Fear is safer than love, if you must choose. Love is fickle, broken when convenient. Fear is held by dread of punishment, which never fails. Love is based on obligation, easily broken by self-interest. Fear is maintained by the constant dread of punishment. Rulers should prefer fear to ensure obedience. A prince should aim for both love and fear, but if forced to pick, choose fear. Men are ungrateful and less hesitant to offend a loved leader than a feared one. Men's baseness makes love unreliable. Their loyalty vanishes when it's to their advantage. Fear, driven by punishment, is a more stable foundation for rule. Be feared, not hated. The key is instilling fear strategically, firm authority and clear consequences, without becoming cruel and inciting the people's hatred. Fortuna represents luck, fate, or unpredictable circumstances, the elements a ruler cannot fully control. Machiavelli famously compares Fortuna to a rapid river. It can flood and destroy everything in its path. A wise prince prepares for it by building dikes and embankments, acting with virtue. A woman. Machiavelli suggests Fortuna must be mastered and beaten. This controversial analogy emphasizes the need for bold, aggressive action to control events. The balance Machiavelli argued that a successful prince must balance virtue and fortuna. He suggests that a ruler has control over roughly half of his actions, while the other half is dictated by fortuna. The role of the prince is to use his virtue to maximize control over fortuna, minimizing the damage from bad luck and seizing opportunities when they arise. The strategic use of cruelty, necessary evil. Borgia inherited a state, the Romagna, that was disorderly and rife with violent factions. The problem: the Romagna was suffering from constant banditry and misrule. The solution: active virtue. Borgia appointed a ruthless and efficient lieutenant, Ramiro de Orco, giving him plenary power to restore order. De Orco swiftly executed severe justice, bringing peace and stability to the region through fear. The refinement. Once order was established, Machiavelli notes Borgia realized the people would begin to hate de Orco for his cruelty. To win back their goodwill and deflect blame, Borgia had de Orco publicly executed and his body left in the piazza. Machiavelli's lesson. This was a brilliant move of political theater that satisfied the people and kept them satisfied and stupefied. 2. Building his own power base. Borgia initially relied on French arms and the support of his powerful father, Pope Alexander VI, elements of Fortuna. Recognizing this reliance was a weakness, he took steps to build his own independent power, virtù. He eliminated the mercenary commanders, condottieri, who were a threat to him, the famous massacre of Sinigaglia, replacing them with men loyal to him. He began to raise his own national troops, demonstrating an understanding that own arms are the only sure foundation of a state, anticipating and mitigating fortuna. Machiavelli argues that Borgia did everything a prudent man should to secure his state, but was ultimately undone by an extraordinary and extreme malice of fortuna. The unforeseen event. Both Cesare and his father, Pope Alexander VI, suddenly fell ill at the same time, likely poisoning or malaria. The catastrophic timing. Borgia's father, the source of his initial support, died, leaving Cesare weak and incapacitated right when he needed to be strongest to manage the election of the next pope. Machiavelli's sole criticism. Borgia's only true error, in Machiavelli's eyes, was failing to prevent the election of Pope Julius II, his bitter enemy, which sealed his ultimate downfall. Even this was done while he was severely ill, and his best efforts were thwarted by luck. In essence, Cesare Borgia was the perfect prince. He was ruthless, efficient, decisive, and planned for every contingency, yet even his supreme virtue was not enough to overcome the final devastating blow of fortuna.